What conspiracy is just straight up false? You might be familiar with the whole idea that you eat 8 spiders per year in your sleep. You might also be familiar with the idea that this is, in itself, a hoax. So the story goes, in 1993 a writer named Lisa Birgit Holst was writing an article for a magazine called PC Professional all about how no one bothered to fact-check things and how easy it was to get people to believe any old garbage as long as you presented it in the right way. Naturally, this is how conspiracy theorists get you to believe the idea. They present just enough information to be plausible while still ignoring all of the other information. This is the official line from Snopes, who post a clear false rebuttal without further comment. The problem is, no one has ever been able to locate this article. Not in 25 years at this point. No one's ever been able to track down a publication named PC Professional that was active at the right time, and no one's ever heard of Lisa Birgit Holst. The last one isn't particularly surprising, perhaps, because her name is an anagram of "this is a big troll." Moreover, the citations in the Snopes article don't align with anything relevant. They cite a book called Insect Fact and Folklore by Lucy W. Clausen, which does exist, but page 24, which they note as the source for the quote, doesn't have anything to do with spiders, let alone eating them. It's actually about moths. There is no section in the book about spiders, which shouldn't come as much of a surprise to the entomology nerds among you, because spiders are technically arachnids and not insects anyway. So what's the deal? Well, it's very possible that it's a copyright trap on the part of Snopes, sort of in the way map makers would include paper towns in their work, so that anyone copying the map would also copy the error and be found out. Snopes has to be aware of this theory now, and yet the page hasn't been updated. The other possibility, of course, is that Snopes is just fucking around, and created a page about people who don't check their sources to encourage people to check their sources. So yes, the idea that you might eat 8 spiders a year is false, but the explanation of why it's false is also false, and almost certainly purposefully so. Layers upon layers. Bigfoot. That the 2020 election was stolen. 2 words, flat earth. The Mandela effect. People remember things incorrectly. That's just a normal thing. I definitely thought that the Fruit of the Loom logo had a freaking cornucopia on it, but it doesn't. Okay, cool. I accepted that I remembered it incorrectly and moved on. I'm not going to insist that my memory of everything is perfect and that if something's different from what I know, it's a glitch in the matrix or whatever.